Set in Berlin as the 1920s came to a close, the Tony, Grammy, and Academy Award-winning Cabaret is a fierce, daring musical that has become a classic of American musical theater. And this weekend, you can see the Lyric Stage production at the Majestic. And the cool part is it features an all-female live orchestra. Emcee Christopher Deaton joins me with more. Good morning.
Good morning.
I've always wanted to go to Berlin, so maybe just seeing Cabaret.
Yeah, I think it'll give you a nice flavor, a nice taste of it.
What is it about generally?
Yeah, so as you mentioned, it's set in Berlin, Germany. 1929-1930 as the Nazi political party was sort of starting to take hold. So that's sort of the backdrop. And then follows two love stories. It's an American novelist who's come to Europe to find himself in something to write about, and he meets Sally Bowles, I think most famously played by Liza Minnelli in the 1972 film, and she's an English cabaret performer. And then the other couple that we sort of follow, which is the heart of the show, is Fraulein Schneider, who owns the house and apartments where Sally and Cliff live, and then she has a love interest with Herr Schultz, who's a Jewish fruit seller.
So how did you get the role of Emcee, and what's that involve?
The Emcee is a character within the show, and I've actually been working in DFW since about 2006 as an actor, and my first show with Lyric Stage was in 2014. I think this is my 20th production with them as an actor, so it's actually sort of a daunting role. The Emcee is a character within the Kit Kat Club, so I'm sort of there performing as direct address to the audience, and then there's the Emcee who's sort of like the narrator of the show. So a scene will happen, and then I'll come on stage and comment through song on what's just happened, which is also why my fingernails are green.
I just noticed your fingernails. When you were
yeah.
using your hands, I was like, oh, yeah. That's a
first time in my life.
Polish.
It cost me $12. A great deal.
Okay, so, and I'm told the director has a special tie.
Yeah. So Penny Ann Moss is our director choreographer. She was actually in the 1998 revival of the show, which was a big, huge deal at the time. They revised the show and trimmed it down and made it really more powerful. She was in the production for 5 years and was a swing and played many of the characters. She got to work with the original creative team on the production and everything. And so she brings this depth and knowledge of that just really elevates our production, because we are doing that 1998 revival version.
So I'm not sure why this should come as such a surprise, but it does, an all-female orchestra. That's pretty unusual.
Actually, it's very unusual. So the other day they had their first rehearsal, and I went and asked them how many of them had ever played in an all-female orchestra before, and the answer was either none or one.
Wow.
And the one other time was actually Lyric Stage's musical production of 9 that they did years ago. But I do have to give credit to both our Lyric Stage music supervisor who came up with the idea, Bruce Greer, to put all these wonderful professional local musicians on stage, and they're right on stage with the company of actors on sort of a bandstand, so they're there and a part of the show the whole time. And then the whole orchestra is conducted and music directed by, as you can see there, the video, our music director, Vonda K. Bowling, and she's wonderful, works around town. They're so talented, and it's amazing that we get to have them. Yeah.
Okay, so before you get away, what else would you like people to know about Cabaret, and how can people get tickets, and where are the shows?
It's a wonderful show with a great company of local actors and musicians. Very moving, very touching, at times devastating, exhilarating, and fun, so please come see it. Tickets are available at ticketdfw.com or by calling 214-871-5000 or by visiting lyricstage.org.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's as close as I'll get to Berlin for a while.
Absolutely.
Anyway. Thank you.
Thank you.
Cabaret in Concert by Lyric Stage is at the Majestic starting today through Sunday. You can get tickets online at lyricstage.org.